Good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right, so as always, hope everyone have an amazing day. Let's do our 3 gratitudes or 3 things you're thankful for. So right now it's raining outside, so I'm thankful for the rain. It's thundering, so I'm thankful for the thunder, and I'm thankful for shelter. Okay, so make sure you do your 3. And I want to say something. I know when I say it, it might sound like I'm just brushing it off my shoulders. I want y'all to know when y'all say it, make sure that you're meaning what you say, okay? For me, I can say it this way because I'm always thankful. But just let you know, it starts off like this, where it's like just another day in the office, but before you know it, your energy going to start attracting to those things, okay? You're going to start feeling something every time when you say it. But yeah, make sure y'all say y'all gratitudes every single morning. Write it down, however you need to do it. I think I'm going to do like a Q&A. It's something I do want to talk about. Excuse me, but I'm going to do a Q&A. I know that I've been very like serious in my videos. I'm normally serious, but I joke around and stuff sometimes too. But you know, with some of the videos I've been doing for y'all as children, I've been very direct, okay? Because I need to, let you know who I am and let y'all know that I want the best for y'all. So if y'all feel like, oh my God, like she's kind of mean, or she's being tough, or oh my God, I don't want to mess up, oh my God, this and that, like, don't do all of that, okay? You're good. Your parents screwed up enough. Y'all got enough of time. I'm just saying like that. It's like y'all got enough of time, okay? So just woosah, woosah, woosah. Yeah, I'm basically I'm like this. My true parenting skills. I'm not saying like how can I say it? I'm a big kid. I really am. Y'all haven't got to see that part of me just yet if you haven't seen the other videos. But I'm a big kid, but there's points where I have to let people understand who I am, because people look at me and think, oh, she's a pushover, we can just talk to her any type of way. And so I have to let you know as kids, like, hey, homie, don't play that. It's just one of the things. I will attach. If you don't know what that line is, I'm gonna attach it to you. I'm gonna attach it to the video, okay? Because I don't play that. I don't play the little mind games that kids play. My kids do it. My kids play mind games with me, and I have to stop right there. You understand? Like sometimes when it comes to y'all as kids, it's like, even for mine, sometimes I know my kids about to screw something up. It's like going in the refrigerator to get the juice and pour it in a cup. I know they about to spill it, but I allow them to spill it. You understand? So they can understand the next time how to hold a cup while they pouring. You understand? Or asking for help so they can pour the drink. You understand? This is when they was little, or my youngest one now. So I want to parents that sometimes, even though I know my child or my kid's going to do something wrong, I just sit back and watch it so they can see what they're doing and how to fix it. Because it's one of the things, I'm not going to always be right there in the room with them. I'm not going to always be right there to see every single thing. Now, spiritually, that's something probably different. But reality is like, if I'm always cleaning up the mess or stopping them before they can make a mess, then how they going to know how to clean up their own messes? So that's kind of how my parenting skills. It's like with the messages that I provide for y'all, it's one of those things is I'm giving instructions, giving you direction, and give you understanding. It might sound a little tough, it might sound a little hard, but I want you to remember it. See, it's like the thunder outside. I want it to be where whenever you about to do something, you hear that thunder. Okay? It might scare you, but it's scarier in a way that let me stop what I'm doing before the lightning strikes. It's one of those things. So when y'all know how lightning strikes, right? Pay attention to lightning. You want to know how far the lightning is from you? Count. If you count, you can get an idea how far it is away. You know, you can tell if it's in another city, in the same area, or whatever, right? That's how we used to do it back in the day. You understand? So my thing is this. That's just like life. So when I provide information for you, I'm letting you know that if you don't pay attention to that thunder, lightning is going to come. Now, it may not come. It depends on what you're doing. It depends on when it hits. So ask yourself, do I just want to deal with the rain, or do I want to mess with the thunder? Because I ain't trying to get straight with lightning. Okay? It's one of those things. Now, lightning, that doesn't mean that you're going to get your butt towed up. In certain cases, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. I am one of those old school parents, okay? Now, I don't believe, you know, I'm going to always be honest with y'all. So, you know, a lot of times parents feel like back in the day, slavery or whatever and whatnot. I don't think about it as slavery when a person get the butt toe up, because for me, if I'm gonna pop your behind, it's your behind. I ain't gonna do all that back and front and all of that, okay? It's your booty. That's where the most tissue is at. So when you cry, you have something to remind you where to get the tissue from. It's your behind. So sit on it. You understand? So do I believe that we need to do those things? Not all the time. No. But I do know that there are certain things in this world that we need for certain people. Okay? There are some kids that are very, very, very hard-headed. You understand? Boy, it's like very determined. And, you know, you can look at it as they hard-headed or determined. I look at both. Hard-headed, but they're determined. And, you know, just knowing that they need to take the determination and use it for good and not for bad. But you do have those kids where sometimes you're really going to have to tear their behinds up, not abuse, okay? That's the difference. We don't do that, you know, beating them up type thing. But old school values and rules do work still, okay? I need to understand that. The only reason why it became so bad because a lot of y'all out here as y'all parents, they went to the extreme. Instead of treating their, you know, their traumas, they became fighters, and you know they want to beat somebody behind up, and they beating the wrong one up. So when they do that to kids, it's not the fact they doing it to hurt the kids. Well, they are hurting the kids. Don't get me wrong, but they thinking they beating themselves up. That's the problem, and we got to stop that. Okay, we have to stop that. The other way of my parenting skills is I'm a type of person that, you know, sometimes I'm one of those types that do stop. I get lectures sometimes. Not all the times, but when something goes on, I go ahead and handle the situation. I go ahead and acknowledge, like, hey, when this happens, this happens. For every action, there's a reaction. I'm not one of the type that wait until there's a big mess and then start trying to clean up all the little pieces. I'm one of the parents that I clean as I go. Okay, now I ain't say about the room all the time, I have my moments. But when it comes to educational situations, I clean as I go. I provide information to my kids as I go. Because I don't want to catch them when they're going through the lightning process and then telling them to focus on the rain. I can't do that, because when you're in the lightning process, it's going to hit and it's going to hurt. You understand? Not so much as physically where I'm like spanking them or something, because I don't do that all the time or anything. It's been a long time since I did something like that. But it's more so they got to understand what they're going through. So it's like shock. Think of when a lightning strike is shock. You in shock. You're like, ah, did that just happen? So when a person's shock mode, they can't hear nothing. They can't see nothing. Okay? You don't understand at that moment. So I try to make sure that I give out the information during the rain, so when they see these things, they understand to, you know, get underneath the shelter before the thunder comes in. You understand? It's like that. You understand? So like, take your umbrella. You already see the clouds. Yep. You remember those friends over there? I told you, do not go and be around those goddamn friends. Oh, you want to still go? Go right ahead. Take your umbrella with you. Take the umbrella with you. That means take the words that I told you. So when you get around those friends and they start acting up, you can hear that I told you so in your head. So now walk away. Walk away, because if you don't stop and they start an argument, you're going to get caught up. And when the lightning strike, don't get mad at me. Okay? Because I'm going to let you go through the process. Because apparently, the umbrella wasn't enough for you. So, you dancing in the rain. It's like that. I hope y'all understand what my way of analogies, the way I say stuff. So yes, there are times even for my kids, I allow them to go through things because I'd rather for them to trip where I can help pick them back up as a child than they fall as an adult. I fell enough for them. I fell so many times. Oh my God. So many times I fell down. And I ain't had no one to pick me up. So I don't want them to have to go through that process where they have to depend on someone. So I prepare them just in case. You know, just in case there ain't no one there that's going to support you through your process or whatever. Because, you know, life happens. What if something happens to me? I want to make sure that I provide as much information to my kids as possible. So if something happened to me, you can still hear my voice in the head. So when you get that umbrella that's trying to protect you from what's to come, you remember. How many of y'all can hear your parents' voices in your head, or that person, that friend voice in your head saying, you better not do it. Don't do it. Make up that bed. Go clean that stuff up. How many of y'all have the voices in your heads? We all have them. The only thing about it is, are you listening? You understand? Ain't it amazing how we listen to the dumb messages, but we ignore the good ones? I know, I done it too. Like that, you know you don't supposed to talk to that person. You know, still do it anyway. You know they ain't your friends. But I don't feel like being by myself. You know they ain't no good friends. But I'm tired. I'm tired of walking down the hall by myself. Can I just go hang with them for a little bit? They want me to hang over here with them. Can I just see what it's all about? Can I see what the hype is? They ain't your friends, but still. Can I learn the lesson today? Can I learn the lesson today? It's my life. Can I live my life? God, can I live my life for once? I got this. All right, go over there. God, why you didn't warn me? I know you did not say. It's like, ain't that amazing how our parents can tell us something and we got to sit back and think we big and bad and we go do it, and then when we come back we all crying and stuff like, why you didn't warn me? I know you did not. Just say I ain't tell you. Gotta blame somebody, right? I get it. So that's kind of how I go through with my kids. They got those moments and I just sit back, and this the beauty in my situation. When my kids go through the little moments, I just sit back and be quiet. I ain't gonna lie, I have a little smirk sometimes. It's like my face is I cannot hide my face expressions. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Sometimes I had that little smirk. And I just let them communicate it out, especially my daughter. Boy, when she talks, she'll give you the questions and the answers. So I just sit there and listen to her. Because she already know. She already know. You know, and see, that's the thing about me. I might sound like I'm a super hard person, but if we don't, it's like in school, right? And the teachers say, okay, hey y'all, we about to go to this location, this trip, right? We about to go on this trip, get your permission slips and all of that. That's just life. A lot of times we got to go on those trips. Even if we can't afford them, but we want to go. Sometimes we can take some extra change with us, sometimes we can't. And when we go on those trips, you get to see some amazing things. And then sometimes those trips are not the best. But that's the beauty in life, because when you come back home, now you have something to talk about, because you get to understand something from another person's perspective. So it don't matter if you go to the aquarium or the museum or, you know, go to an event. You get to learn something new, because there's some things that I might not know. You know, as a parent, we don't know everything. You know, we're just trying to navigate the world we in. So when you get to go on trips, guess what? You get to go outside of the comfort zone. You understand? How many of y'all go on school trips and your parents never been there before? So now you get to come back home and teach them something new. You know, let them know what they, learn, teach them how to navigate a trip. So that's kind of how I handle things. But overall, I'm a big kid, I am. I play around a lot and stuff like that. Lately, I haven't been able to do what I want, but, it's be a time and place for everything. But I don't want y'all to be afraid of me and feel like, oh my God, I can't make mistakes and this and that. You're good, okay? Only thing I'm teaching you is to take the umbrella with you. See, that's the problem. The way the Bible and all of that is like, just go outside naked. Hold up, child. Ain't that what got Eve in trouble in the first place? Yes, I said that because it's in the Bible. Okay? We didn't know. Y'all got clothes on. Go outside. Protect yourselves. Okay? Protect yourselves. Meaning, when you walk outside, when you go places, protect yourselves. Okay? Take the information I give you. Keep it in your head. Alright? So that your mind is covered with the knowledge. So that when the negativity come in, it don't build roots in it. I was just thinking about that a second ago. I was thinking about something. I was like, with my life, there's a lot of information still I'm about to find out. There's a lot of things about my life I don't know yet. Excuse me. And a lot of it's bad. It's really bad information. But I just take it in, listen, think about it for a second. But as soon as I feel like the negative information I'm receiving is about to plant a foundation in my head, nope, let's take it out. I thought about it enough. Now I'm letting it go because it already happened. So what I'm trying to say is this, y'all. Whenever you go through this process, and sometimes y'all not going to listen to your parents. It is. It's life. It's life. Okay? Because you have to know how to take the information they give you, but you also have to know how to navigate the world yourselves. So, yeah, you might have been through some bad situations and stuff, but don't allow those negative thoughts or those negative situations plant roots in your head. Because when you plant the roots in your head, they grow. Think of a tree. If you ever look at the old school trees and you can see the roots bulging out of the ground and stuff, that's what negativity does to you. And then you see the trees where you can't see it. You understand? That's the thing. You got to know how to allow yourself to take in the energy, but change it so it doesn't plant a foundation there. So that's how I kind of like teach my kids, Don't focus on the negative. Life happens. Okay, it happened. Cool. You tripped. Okay, you forgot your umbrella. I see. And you got a little scared. And then it all hit you at one time. Okay, now what you learned from that? What do you learn from it? So you went out here, you hung with these friends, and I already told you and talked to you about your personality and the way you think, and I've been listening to you, and you've been telling me how they talk about each other and this and that. So was it worth you continuing on being friends with them, or do you feel like that you should have just let them go, or do you feel like you happy that you got to get to see that side for yourself? You was happy you got to see it for yourself? Okay. So that means, I'm just use an example. So okay, you was hanging with these friends and everything was good. Y'all been friends for a couple months now. Everything's good. But you start noticing they was putting you in everybody else's business and lying on you. Okay. So what do? What you do? You brought your umbrella out because you shield yourself from it. So how you shield yourself? Well, when they start raining down words and saying that I was doing this and doing that, what you do next? I pulled them to the side and talked to them. Okay. So you pulled them to the side and talked to them. And what happened next? They understood how you felt? Okay. They understood how you felt. All right. So y'all stay friends? Yeah, we stay friends. Okay. All right. Alright, you learned from that part. Alright. Couple months come by. What's going on? I forgot my umbrella. What you mean forgot your umbrella? The person done it again. But this time I didn't say nothing. What you mean say nothing? So they said I was talking to this other dude, this other boy. And I don't even know the boy like that. And they over here saying that me and them talking and I'm doing this and doing that. Okay. So you found the thunder. Yeah. Because I didn't know. Why, what you mean no? Yeah, the same person I talked to, I saw that they were still up to some no good and I still would stay friends with them. Oh, okay, so you saw the thunder. And by the time you realized that they wasn't true friends, the lightning struck and it was too late. Yeah, now they got people saying stuff about me in school that ain't true. Oh, okay. Okay. So how you feel now? You feel, are you happy with the situation? Yes and no. Okay, why explain it to me? Well, I'm happy because I didn't allow myself to ignore my own feelings. I wanted to understand something. But I did make sure I brought an umbrella with me because I remember the stuff you said, so I knew to stay strong. So I prepared myself to say, even if these people are not good people, I know who I am when I came through the door. So when I walked outside, I already knew who I was walking outside. So that's my umbrella. Okay, got that. All right. So what else happened? So by me going through this process, yes, it did hurt my feelings to understand that I did go out in this process to try to trust someone new. But the good thing about it is when I finally walked away, it didn't matter what everybody said about me because I still remember the person I was before I came outside. So they ain't do nothing to me. Bam. All right. That's how we go. That's how you do it. Okay. You understand? See, I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from. Sometimes you're going to have to let the kids or allow yourself to try new things because if you never try new things, you're not going to know if you like it or not. And as parents, we see things, but sometimes we got to realize things do change. It's like slang. You know, back in the day when people say one word, now they say it in another way and then another way. Slang change. And it shifts just slightly. Sometimes it still means the same thing and sometimes it don't. And the thing about it is, how can I say it? Prime example. So back in the day, if a person wore like a suit or dressed, moderate where their clothes was up on them and stuff, that mean they have respect for themselves, right? So old school baby boomers, if you walk with your clothes on you like you're supposed to and this and that, you respect yourself. That means that's a good boy right there. That's a good girl right there, right? Now, let's look at the kids now. No, we're going to go down the lane. Then we got through the millennials. Now, those were the guys where they got the pants kind of halfway on the tails. And then the females got the long nails and the hair wild, and the hair a little bit showing a little bit something, right? Now you're looking at it like, those are bad kids now. Those not the good kids you should be around because they don't care. Now you in a world where shucks, nobody really take care of themselves like that. It's like when you look at the kids, it's a mixture of everything. It's like a whole little fishbowl of little guppies out here. Everybody doing something different. And what has happened is, in certain cases, the ones that's dressed to a T sometimes are the ones that's crazy, as we seeing that now. The proper ones. We're seeing that they was the undercovers. And the ones that's out here that looking like they could be thugged out or looking like a hot mess, how y'all call it, actually got good hearts and good spirits. So really, it's hard to really tell the truth on things because we have learned things differently throughout time. Now, I know you're probably like, but that don't make sense. So this is a thing. We're all taught things differently. And we all pull something from the past, the present, and now we're in the future. We're going to the future. And we starting to realize that you can't really judge the book by its cover. So since you really can't judge the book by its cover, make sure you take your umbrella with you. That's all I can say. You know, anytime you go around someone, you got to know what type of storm you about to walk into. Everybody have one. Everybody have emotions. And you don't know really what emotions they're going to pull out. But be prepared just in case. Just remember who you are when you walking outside. So whenever the storm comes, you know how to prepare yourself for it. And just to let you know, sometimes it's okay to go back inside the house. Okay? So when y'all look at me and when I talk, I don't want y'all to be afraid and think that I'm just this hardcore person. I truly understand. You understand? And I know there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world right now that shucks. There's some things I didn't even know. But my spirit know, but I don't know. And it's like that. It's a lot of things going on, but the thing about it is, no matter what goes on in your life, enjoy every moment. Learn from it. Have fun with it. I don't care if it's a dry day or a wet day. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy everything. You understand? Even if you fall in how can I say it? Even if you fall in the water, get up and keep on walking. Don't allow people to laugh at you. And what I mean by that, don't allow their words, their emotions, their energy to destroy you. Even for myself. Like, I can joke now. I didn't realize how much of a comedian I could be when I want to, but I don't try to. That's the crazy thing. But then laugh at it. If you fall in the water, laugh at it. If people tarnish your name, laugh at it. Remember who you was before you walked outside. You understand? Shucks. Everybody in the goddamn world going through a lot. Okay? Everybody got emotions. Everybody have feelings. Okay? Just be mindful of yours. The key to this whole thing, if you don't know anything else, the key to the whole thing is remember who you are. And as long as you love who you are, the rain doesn't even bother you. And if the rain doesn't bother you, enjoy it. Okay? Enjoy it. So, when y'all go out here and you hanging out or you just playing around, I don't want you to get to the point, oh my God, God's gonna get me. Oh my God. Oh my God. God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't apologize to me. Apologize to yourselves. You the one feeling it. I don't. Like now in the spirit, I might can acknowledge that stuff, but I ain't the one out here going through it. You are. I go through my own stuff. Okay? You got to remember that the only person you hurt is yourself. When you allow other people's opinions and thoughts to make you feel less than, you hurting you. You understand? You hurting yourselves. Be who you want to be. Be who you choose to be, as long as you do it with love and respect. Okay? So, I know, like I said in my videos lately, it's not like the, oh, hey, it'll get there. Okay? It's getting there. Just be patient with me. Alright? But I want y'all to stand up. Be proud. You understand? Show your truth. Be yourselves. Enjoy your life. Enjoy yourself. Always love yourself. Love your family. Do what's right. You understand? But I ain't mad at you. So just remember, even if you don't understand, even if you can't hear me, you know what's right and you know what's wrong. So you're already walking outside with an umbrella. Okay? Everyone in the world. Y'all know what's right and you know what's wrong. Okay? You know what? I'm going to do a quick Q&A. See what energy. Cause I'm feeling a lot of different energies right now. Is there anybody have a question or something? Give me a second, y'all, because I'm feeling a lot of different energies right now. Questions. How did I what? How did I get so amazing? Oh, okay. Alright, so I'm here. I'm hearing somebody say, how do you get so amazing? I got struck by a lot of lightning. Like, and I got hit by lightning so much that I light up. It's literally like that, y'all. Oh God, I've been through so much. That's it. I've been hit by lightning so much that I absorbed so much negative energy. I became my own weather system. Yeah, so yeah, just I was very naive. I was, just thinking everybody gonna be nice, because if I have a good heart, they got to have a good heart, and I had to learn the hard way. And it's okay. I'm not mad about it. At the end of the day, I still came out with the heart that I came in with. I just know how to use it now. That's the thing. I gave my heart out to a lot of people. And then I had to realize I had to take it back. So that's it, y'all. I learned not to allow hate destroy me. I stay focused on love. And I knew that if I keep my eyes on love, that eventually my heart gonna beat the right way. And that's why I'm the way I am. Well, yeah, that's the way I am. So, that's it. Don't matter how many times you've been struck by lightning, absorb it, take it in. So what I mean by that is, no matter how many times life knock you down, get back up. You understand? Get back up. It's up to you. I don't care what mind controls or what people trying to put on you. It's only real if you believe. I had to tell myself, I don't believe in none of this stuff. I don't believe in witchcraft. I don't believe in spells. I don't believe in hate. I don't believe in envy. I don't believe in anger. I don't believe in all of that. I just kept telling myself, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That person mad at me. What? I did not know that. That person talk about me. What? I did not know that. Yeah, I had played dumb. I've been avoiding that word. I played dumb. I had to play dumb, y'all. I had to play like I didn't know nothing. I played dumb so well, these people really thought I was slow. It's like, that's it. I had to realize that not everything is meant for everyone. So ever since I was a kid, I played dumb. I played it very well. I did, y'all. I played it very well. While people was laughing and joking and doing stuff to me, I was like, but on the inside, I was building myself up. On the inside, I was taking the rain in, the flood in. It's like a person, I didn't know how to swim, so I had to teach myself how to swim in the flood. You understand? So, that's it. That's it. Any other questions? What is other questions? Okay, a parent asking me a question. What do you say? Somebody asked how my kids handle this. Boy, how did my kids handle going through this? We had a lot of highs and lows. Because what happened to me, there are things that happened to them. We had a lot of highs and lows. My kids went through it, but you wouldn't. It's like I cleaned up as I go. Even though I didn't know what was going on, I did the best I could. I kept changing things. So, as a parent, if one way of teaching them how to survive didn't work, I teach them another way, and I just kept revamping it. So I always talk to my kids and ask them what they like, what they don't like about my parenting skills. I allowed them to be able to vocalize what they felt was going on. So bridging the gap, basically, like as kids, they went through a lot. Like my son, he lost his best friend. My daughter, she went through a lot of different emotional things. A lot. My youngest, he didn't really go through anything like that. He just went through a lot of spiritual stuff when he was in school. He went through a lot of spiritual stuff. Like his spirit was going in and out. He was spiritually going through stuff. So I just talked to them through the process. My kids try to fight me. They have. But it's because of the stuff that has happened. So yeah, I know as kids, I know how it goes when you got a lot of emotions and anger and stuff inside of you. Yeah, my daughter tried to fight me. And boy, we tussled one good time. I am tell you, boy, we tussled. I was like, who you bossing up to? It's like, it is what it is. Like, I don't want y'all to feel like y'all alone. But yeah, my daughter fought me before a couple of times. But, it's because we was going through what we was going through. A lot of emotions and energies. And my son, my son was more quiet one. When he got taller, now my son is taller than me now. He got taller, like, he kind of looked down at me. I was like, all right now. It's like, because he's like, last time I saw him, he's like way taller than me. I got to look up to him, and it's like, all right now, okay. Back, come down. Matter of fact, get on your knees real quick, and we're going to talk eye to eye. It's like that. But my kids, they went through a lot of emotions, a lot. As a boy, my son went through more of sadness, like shy to himself, kind of like not want to say anything, kind of in a shell. He went in shell mode. And my daughter, she went the opposite direction. So I had two directions, far left, far right. And it wasn't easy. You got to do what kids is go through it. So being spiritually attacked is not easy at all, but we got through it. A lot of emotions, but the thing about it is, going through it, I had to teach my kids, like, it's not real. I had to keep telling them it's not real. And because of that started helping. And then when it got to the point as, like, my daughter was going through a lot at school, people was being hateful, real hateful towards her, telling her to take herself out and everything. It was that bad. A lot. Telling her, like, to take yourself out. It was that bad. But I kept talking to her, like, if you want to do that, do it. Go right ahead, because life gonna keep on going. And when I put her to that thought process, she realized it ain't worth it. So we went through those emotions and stuff. And when I tell you, my daughter went from 0 to 100, boy, now she talk, boy. You see how I talk? She talk exactly like me. When I tell you Q&A, like, she will hold a whole conversation, and she'll talk, and she'll answer herself at the same time. She know how to handle it. So she went from 0 to 100 to the point, like, I would have to hold her to calm her down, like the bear hug, to now she know how to handle herself with anybody. Relationships, people, teachers, and all. Because I kept telling her, don't focus on them, focus on yourself. And love yourself, respect yourself. Same with my son. He's quiet. Now when he around his friends, he'll joke. So you gotta be careful, because he want them tight. He'll say something and you'll walk off, and then pow, it hit you and be like, I know you didn't. And then with my youngest, he understanding himself through the spiritual process. So he's starting to know the difference between his energies and others. He's a channeler, so he can channel energies. So yeah, I've been through a lot. So, and they've been through a lot, but they got through it. So I know y'all can too. And they done it without knowing who they are, same as me. So I don't want y'all kids to feel like you the only one going through something, because energy is energy. You don't know what going on with your parents, and these spirits be traveling. And then you got a lot of times there are spiritual like curses on your family, meaning like old traumas coming forward. So a lot of times you're a reflection of your parents, and your parents are a reflection of yourselves. Excuse me. Another question. What else? Okay, somebody said talk about the medication. So when my daughter went through what she went through, we went through like therapy and all of that for all my kids. Therapy and stuff. My daughter did actually go through the put like this. She had to go through things, but I had to do this. Okay, I don't want to say too much because that's her story. You understand? I want her to tell her side. But when it comes to medication and stuff, we did go somewhere for it, but I told her she don't need it. I told her she ain't need it, because I told her, I said, yeah, I did the process just so we can see. But when I started listening to these folks, and they like, oh, you got this. No, they gave her like 10, 20 different things. Okay, I'm gonna exaggerate it. I say about 10 different diagnoses. They gave her 10 different diagnoses. And just think if I would have put her on medication. Boy. Yeah, I told her no. I think she took it for like 3 days. 3 days, and I said, nope. Throw it out. Throw it out. Throw it out. I said, throw it out. You don't need it. She was like, but you don't need it. Ain't nothing wrong with you going through spiritual process. You're going through spiritual stuff. That's it. You learning who you are. That's it. And I just told her focus on that. I was like, focus on yourself. Control the emotions. Before you get upset, why you getting upset? You the only person can control yourself. Ain't no different than the medication. The medication ain't controlling you. Controlling the medication. It's up to you. If you believe the medication gonna work, it work. If you don't believe it's gonna work, it ain't gonna work. So what's the difference with your own mind, your own body, your own spirit? Tell yourself you are okay. But you are holding on to old past information, and then you got these kids going through stuff. You an empath. You a person that can understand people's energies, and you taking on other folks' energy because you want them to be okay. And reason you want them to be okay, you're helping them and not realizing you're taking their energy in. Now that's why you upset so much. So if I sit back and say, pick up that bottle off the floor, you snapping at me because you've been hoarding all of these people's emotions. So by the time you get home, you need someone to take it out on. And who the person the kids take it out on? The person that loves them the most. You know why? Because they know that you always going to be there. That's it. So I don't believe in the medication for kids. I feel like that's a gateway to HELL. And you're already there, so why you going to make it worse than what it is? Kids don't need medication. I know y'all saying, but it worked. It's a placebo. Okay, it's a placebo at the end of the day. And 9 times out of 10, when the kids take medication, it breaks down the other parts of their body system. Now the liver's going out of whack. Now the stomach acting up. They ain't eating right. They ain't doing this right. And then it's like it kills brain cells. That's all it's doing, is killing brain cells. Why? I'm gonna put it like this. when it comes to medication for mental stuff, why you being a drug dealer to your child? You the first drug dealer. Just let you know. Because when you allow them to get on this medication, you the drug dealer. And the addiction, if they never get off of it, then you the drug dealer. So stop supplying. Alright, next question. That's an adult question. Let's hear in the child version. Okay, I can't hear it. Okay, alright, go back to you. What do you say now? What do you do when your kids are super hateful, mean to you? Well, hate is taught. So, I'm going to say it like this. When y'all have these kids and they toddlers and stuff, and you see, and it's like this, hate is taught. So, as a toddler, when there's like a toy or something, right? And you tell them they can't have it, what they do, they have a tantrum, right? They have tantrums and they get upset and stuff. And what y'all do, because you don't want to deal with the energy from that, because you're probably going through your own energy or your own mental stuff, or you really just don't care. You just want to shut them up. So what you do, you give them what they want. You taught them how to be hateful towards you. Just let you know, it's an action. You taught them. You taught them how to beat you up. That's why it's like, why provide a paddle? Why provide a paddle when the child's gonna spank you? You taught them how to do that. You teaching these kids how to tear your behinds up, because you have the opportunity to tell them no. It's no different than when you at a table and, like, let's picture if a vase is in front of your child, right? And you tell them don't touch it. But then you scared that they're going to break it. Don't touch it. But what you do, you take the vase up and move it. Now, you thinking you helping them. You hindering them. Now that child knows that whatever it wants, you're going to move it. You're going to move all the obstacles out of their way. You're going to move everything out of the way. So that's why they depend on you the way they do. That's why you can't get them to get off your hip. That's why when you go in the bathroom, they in the bathroom. That's why when you move somewhere, they always with you, because you always moving the obstacles out of their way. They don't never have to overcome the obstacles. So if you move everything out of the way, now that's why they always up underneath you. They don't know how to do on their own, because you're always doing these things. In order to teach a child how to overcome obstacles, put the obstacle in their face and say, don't touch it. And then discipline them if they do it. Don't worry about the value of the vase. Don't worry about the value of what it is. The true value is the child. You need to make sure that you put the value in the child. Okay? That's the thing. So if your child is over here talking reckless to you, disrespecting you, you taught them that. Ain't nobody else. Because guess what? If you taught them morals, standard, boundaries, and respect, they wouldn't even walk out of the house and learn it from someone else. Next question, please. Okay, someone's saying kids learn from other people. I'm going to say it like this. Can someone pick up a solid foundation, right? So say, for example, you're building a house. You're building a house and you need a solid foundation to build this house on. Can somebody take that solid foundation and put it somewhere else? Just asking. If you built a solid foundation, it don't matter where, if someone steals the wood, the lumber, the bricks, the roof, it don't matter if someone steals it. the foundation always stay put. So even if someone goes out and your child goes hang around these people and they learn different things, they still remember where they came from. So that means they walking outside with their umbrella wherever they go. So maybe they'll learn something new. Maybe they'll learn some new ways. But they always know how to come back to where it all began. But if you don't build a solid foundation, then they're gonna stand on somebody else's ground. And they're gonna build them up. Okay. So I'm gonna put it like this to give you an example. My kids. The way I raise my kids is one way. My oldest two. Let's go from there. And their dad raised them a different way. The situations that they are in, if I didn't put that solid foundation, my kids would be in a whole different mental state. But because I put that solid foundation, they know not to go out and act a plump fool. My daughter know how to protect herself. My daughter know how to make sure that she ain't around a bad crowd. She know who to be around and who not. No different than my oldest. He's the same way. He don't allow people to sit there and disrespect him and teach him and do things to him, because I built a solid foundation. So even though they sitting in another home right now, they know what's right and wrong, and they know what to do. They know the truth. And that's all that matters. So it don't matter what somebody else builds around them. In their mind, they still stand on the foundation that I created for them. Okay. Any other questions? How can you build a solid foundation for your kids now and knowing they are teenagers? You got to let them know that it was your fault for building a fake foundation in the first place. It's literally like that. You need to let them know, like, hey, my bad. Not saying like my bad, but just say, look, anything from this point up into your life is my fault. You 15 or you 17, whatever, it was my fault. State that it was my fault. Because if I built a solid foundation, then you would have something solid to stand on. And that's why a lot of stuff is rocky in your life. Because instead of putting down cement, I had quicksand and you was just sinking in it. I didn't take enough time to take the sand and put the ingredients together to make it solid for you. And because I didn't make it solid for you, you kept falling into it. So then when somebody came along to give you a piece of wood to help pull you out, I used to get mad at it because their foundation was more solid than what I had. And because you learned things from them, it may not be the best, but you learned the things from them, and it's not your fault. Because if I had provided good foundation for you, you wouldn't need somebody else to pull you out of quicksand that I had for you. But now you know that was my part. Now let's try to build something solid from this point forward. Next question. I need a child. Where's the child at? I keep hearing adults. Where's the child at? Okay. I don't know why. I'm in a foster home right now. And I can feel a child. So the thing about it is this. Even if you're in a foster home and you don't have any support, you don't have any help, build your own foundation. You got enough storms around you to know how to let me change it up. Even if you're in a foster home and you feel like you don't have any support, you don't have anybody there for you, you know what a storm getting hit by lightning feel like. So how can you prepare for the next storm? What do you feel like you need to make you a better person? You don't need parents to make you a better person. You don't need that. It's amazing to have. Don't get me wrong. I think people keep focusing on, but I need a mama, my mama and daddy. Well, some people don't have that. Who else around you? You can have a friend. You can have a brother. You can have a sister. You can have an aunt. You can have an uncle. Okay, maybe you don't have a family. There's a stranger. There's someone out there that might have a family that's willing to communicate with you. Not saying you got to live with them, but you can learn from them. So if you have access to the internet, you have access to the TV, learn from them. Find a family that makes you feel complete. I had a Cosby Show. I had Family Matters. I had Full House. I had different shows back in the day. So I didn't have the family I wanted to live in. So I pretended I was in the families that I saw that I wanted to be in. So I learned from them. That was my foundation. Because you start realizing that they talk about things you go through. At least the old school TV shows. They talk about life situations that you go through. Learn. You don't have to have the physical family to have a family. You understand? Find something. Find a resource. Find a home. You ain't gotta wait for someone to give it to you. Find it. Find a foundation that you want to stand on. And you don't have to sit back and feel like I only can do one. No, get multiple. I had multiple families. They didn't know it. They didn't know. But long I knew, that's all that matters. I lived through those moments. So when I was by myself and I didn't have any family, I was in the Cosby Show. I had a bunch of sisters and one brother. When I wanted someone to protect me, I had a Family Matters. When I felt like I didn't have a father and I wanted one, I was in Full House. And there's other shows that I watched. When I wanted to be in a family that was fun and crazy, I was on Parenthood. I was right there with them. They didn't know it. You know? So you can't sit back and say that you don't have the tools to create your own foundation, even if you don't have a family. You have a family. They everywhere. Ain't no different when you go online and y'all watching trends. You copying them. I'm in my rocking chair. But yeah, when y'all go online, y'all find trends. Oh, let me wear this outfit. Let me talk like this. Let me be like that. So what's the difference with a family? Find a family image that represents the life that you want. And do it. Believe in it. Believe in it. That's it, y'all. Believe in it. Believe in it. If we can follow the negatives, let's follow the positives. So, no one in the world can ever say that you by yourself. No one can ever say you're by yourself. You got enough of knowledge out here. Use it. Use it. So, if you in that family where someone's a drug addict or something, you want to know how to overcome those situations, pull the movie up. Look the movie up. Where a child goes through those situations where the parents are drug addict and the child comes out and they overcome the situation. Pull the movie up. If you're in a relationship with someone and you don't know if they're a good person and you don't want to get caught up in that situation, pull the movie up. Pull the TV show up. That's your family. How do y'all not know? That's your family. Excuse me. When you want to sit back and steal somebody's ideas and stuff, put a movie up. Get to see what the outcome is before it happens. It's out there. When you live in a life that's boring and dull and you feel like it's boring and dull, put a movie up to see how to get out of that. When a thief is when you scare you in a neighborhood and you scared that you don't know how to protect yourselves, put a movie up. You have a family, y'all. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. You ain't got, if anything ain't blood, it's water. Let it flow. Okay? So when I tell y'all to take your umbrella, use it. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.